actually ended up killing pretty good 8-point that evening. He was directly downwind of me at 10 yards when I shot him. Never raised his nose, never gave an indication he smelled anything. Hello everybody. The video I was about to show is of a 4-point buck that is directly downwind of me at 20 yards. And you can tell that he is downwind of me for the fact that I'm letting floaters out. They're goose down floaters, like wind indicators, releasing them as I'm filming to show that he is directly downwind of me. The scent is, the air is drifting down to him, and even some of the floaters, one of them almost lands on the deer. I mean, I don't know what more of an indicator I could do to show that he is directly downwind of me and is not even raising his nose one bit. And if you look in the video, he is looking downhill at something, and what he's looking at is a 6-point that is coming also from directly downwind of me. He's at like 50 yards, and then eventually he gets up there and kind of pushes the little 4-pointer out of the way because he's wanting to eat acorns, that's what the 4-point's eating, standing there eating acorns. And then the 6-point comes out and, like tells him buzz off, and he's eating now. But I made this video as to show that it is possible. I'm using Scentlok and a few other things leading up to that. It is possible to not have deer smell you whatsoever, and that Scentlok does work. I don't know, I can tell people all day long, but I was like, here is a video, complete proof. And some could say, well, he is just a 4-point and others just a 6-point. They're young deer that it could tolerate, that some deer tolerate human odor. And maybe that's true. I have never experienced a deer beyond a year old that would tolerate any human odor. I did at one time. I hunted in a subdivision, or a small plot of woods that was completely surrounded by subdivisions, so the deer was used to smelling people all the time. And the deer I had deer in there, some of them, not all of them, absolutely get downwind of me, acknowledge that they smell me, were raising their nose, and yet would still come into me. They would be looking for me, trying to figure out where I was at, but they would still walk towards me downwind. But at the same time, they was acknowledging that they smelled me. In this video, you can tell the deer does not smell anything. He never raises his nose, nothing. Doesn't acknowledge he smells anything. Best way I can say it. And that is, that's not the only time this year that's happened. That was the third hunt that I've been on that I have had several deer completely right at downwind of me, very close. The first time I had 6 does come in, and I wanted to use the floaters then, but I was right in the middle of a bedding area. And if anybody knows, I was on the side of a mountain, a bench on the side of the mountain, and the wind was coming down the mountain over the bench, and probably at 9 to 10 miles an hour of wind. So you can imagine how much that wind was swirling in there. And like I say, I wanted to use the floaters then, but I couldn't because I was completely surrounded by 6 deer in a bedding area, and I couldn't move. They was, every now and then, 1 or 2 would look up at me, and then they would purposely get downwind of me, and they didn't smell nothing, so they would just go about their business. And that was the first time this year. The second time was when I hunted in a saddle one evening, and like I say, I had several deer come downwind of me, and actually end up killing pretty good 8-point that evening. He was directly downwind of me at 10 yards when I shot him. Never raised his nose, never gave an indication he smelled anything. And like I say, the fourth time, this was the third time in this video. The fourth time was just the other day. Had 4 does in a bedding area, and 8-point, about the same size as the one I shot, chasing them all around me. Not really chasing, just kind of trying to smell each and every one of them, you know. So they was kind of just trotting all around me, going zigzagging through the thicket. But anyway, downwind of me, not a single deer even raised their nose to smell me. And this has been, I've used Scentlok for quite a few years. I've had like very good success with it, except every now and then I would have a deer like acknowledge that it was smelling something, then it wasn't smelling something, then it was smelling something, then it wasn't smelling something. And I just thought they're probably, you know, and they would be super close when they would do this, and they'd get a little bit nervous. When I finally found out what it was I use lineman spikes to climb trees with, and they have leather padding on them. And I thought, you know, these things are like 24 years old, and I thought, surely after 24 years, they don't have enough scent to worry about anything. But I could still put them right up to my nose and smell that leather smell. And so I thought that maybe that's it. I don't think that's it, but maybe that's it. And lo and behold, when I put these things in a Ziploc bag and tie the bag up to cover up the leather, that problem has completely stopped. So I just trying to, for those that do not believe that it's possible for it to, you know, to be undetectable scent wise by a deer, I don't know what else to do other than say, just, you know, look at this video. I don't know what more proof anybody needs. And those that, you know, don't believe, never gonna believe. And so anyways, there it is. Hope you enjoyed it.